So for our hydrogen fuel cell car, it requires two things to function. Oh, actually a couple things to function, but two main resources that are used, which are hydrogen, which we store in these hydrosticks, and oxygen, which we acquire from the air we breathe and around us. And what we're going to do with it is we're going to send the hydrogen down a sort of electrical wire, and it's going to hit a catalyst, and that catalyst is going to split the hydrogen atoms into hydrogen ions and electrons. And the hydrogen ions are going to be attracted to a negative electrode on the other side of a membrane that is called a PEM, and we're going to take the electrons and transfer them to another wire where they're going to power the engine and allow us to move the car. And at the end, they're going to meet up back on the negative side of the membrane, and they're going to combine in a chemical reaction to form water, which will produce steam and be completely reusable.
Global warming is the heating of our planet's surface and atmosphere. This is largely the result of our dependence on unclean energy sources like coal or oil. These energy sources emit a lot of greenhouse gases, which effectively blanket our atmosphere and trap the heat inside. We're already seeing these effects in rising sea levels, coral bleaching, and more extreme weather.
Don't worry about nothing.
Traditional gasoline-powered cars emit harmful pollutants and greenhouse gases, which contribute to the warming of our planet, which is very harmful for the future generations. Hybrid cars came along and started to change that by adopting more efficient systems, yet in order to reach higher speeds, we needed those hybrid cars to effectively tap into their gasoline power. Fuel cell vehicles like the Toyota Mirai are now changing that, with their only emission really being water, which is hardly harmful to our environment. And although the hydrogen may cost more compared to gasoline, it's a far more efficient system because the residual heat from producing energy using hydrogen can be used in other parts of the car, for example, heating or generating more electricity for other parts of the car to function. And because of this increased efficiency of an all-electric vehicle, hydrogen cell cars and generally fuel cell vehicles are the future.
So we started building the car by basically building the whole chassis. And after we finished building the chassis, we try to cut it out every piece we can that's not going to support a car, which can lighten the weight. And after we put it on the fuel cell, which we actually cut it out the support frame on the top, and we replaced it with the chassis off the fuel cell. Then after we find out the weight has gained a lot, so we have to stiffen the suspension to make sure the car has enough clearance on the track. And last, we put a radiator on the motor because last year, due to the race, some wires melt off because the motor provided too many heat. And last, we 3D printed this hydrogen fuel cell stick mounts that actually can let us to easily change out the hydrogens fast.
Make the place go turn.
It's important for students to participate in programs like H2AC because it gives them hands-on experience with assembly of electronic components, testing it out, making modifications, tweaking things, and just learning from that experience. It also allows them to apply what they learn in the classroom to something tangible, such as a hydrogen fuel cell car. We had a mentor bring his Toyota Mirai over to our school, and we got to see the car, and then the students were able to apply that to the building of their own car. So things like that make this program very valuable.